Hello, my little students, and welcome to week 7 of math. Today we're just going to keep focusing on measurement, looking at time, and we're going to look at 12-hour and 24-hour time to start with, because you're going to need to know that in order to do your timetables learning, and then we're going to focus on calendar as well, and then we're going to have a bit of a review about what we've learned so far in the 2 weeks. So, measurement, time, that's going to be our focus. 12-hour and 24-hour time for the first day. Then we're going to look at the timetables, okay? So what things could possibly be helpful with knowing a timetable? Alright, so there's some bus timetables. There are train timetables, school timetables, sports timetables, and even tablets. Like sometimes you've got to take your medication. You need to know a timetable of when and when to take it, when and where to take it. Then we're also going to look at the calendar. Okay, so calendar is important for knowing what events are, for planning, and definitely being organised. Okay, so if you had a family get-together on Saturday the 21st of August and you missed it, obviously you weren't utilising your calendar properly. So that's going to be our focus for the week, as well as we're going to have maybe 1, maybe 2 days, depending on how we go, to review all the stuff that we've covered so far. So just a quick bit of learning on the 12-hour and 24-hour time. Okay, so I've got some examples here of the 12-hour time. So for example, we have 1 p.m, 6 a.m, 7 p.m, and 3 a.m. Okay, so the 12-hour time only goes to 12. That's why it's called 12-hour time. And we have to use the p.m. or the a.m. to let people know whether it's in the morning or the afternoon. Okay, so the p.m. Is the afternoon, whereas the AM is the morning. Okay, so it doesn't really help you, but for AM's anti-meridian and PM is post-meridian. Okay, so that's how we know whether it's AM or PM. So that's pretty easy to read because you go, for example, I want to hop on a train at 1 p.m. And it gets to a station at 7 p.m. I'm on the train for 6 hours. Okay, so the 12-hour time is pretty simple because it only goes to 12. 24-hour time is a little bit trickier because it does go to 24. Okay, because as we know from last week's learning, and as we should know anyway, that there are 24 hours in a day. Now these are some examples of 24-hour time. They're the examples for up here. Okay, so for example, 0600, that is 6 a.m. Okay, because past midnight it is 6 hours. And that's it. For example, 3 a.m. That's this bad boy. Because it's 3 hours past midnight. So it's 300 hours. Whereas 1300 hours is 1 p.m. Because if we count past midnight to 1 p.m, we get to 13. Because we got 1 a.m, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m, 5 a.m, 6 a.m, 7 a.m, 8 a.m, 9 a.m, 10 a.m, 11 a.m, 12 p.m, so that's noon. And then we add one more to make it 1 o'clock, that's 13. Alright? Now, to make it easier, all you've got to do is pretty much add 12 to the 12-hour time. Okay? So we'll try that trick out for this one. So for example, 7 p.m, if I add 12 to that, what do I get? 1900. Okay, so we're going to need to know that on the timetables because the timetable, a lot of it is in 24-hour time, so it doesn't have to keep using AM and PM. So you're going to need to know that. So the easy trick to know is once it's gone past 12 on the 24-hour time, it means it's PM. If it's before 12, so see how the 6 and the 3 before the 12, that means it's AM. Now the easy way to figure that out is to go, okay, what happens if I take away 12 from that? That means it's 1. So that means it would be 1 p.m. What happens if I take away 12 from that? Because I know it's in the p.m. because it's past 12. If I take away 12 from that, I would get 7. Because it's 19 take away 12 equals 7. Alright? So the 24-hour time, if you're good at your basic subtraction, well, all you need to know is you're subtracting by 12s, you'll actually be good at converting between 12 and 24-hour time. Okay? Once again, we'll just have a quick one to keep going. So 15:30. Okay. So 15:30 I've written down there. So 15:30. What we're going to do, we're going to take away 12. So, alright, so we look at, so we've got 15, take away 12 is 3, and then we leave the 30 as it is. So that would be 3:30 p.m.